12 years later. Just letting the moment come through as it wants to come through, as the candle dances in my breath. I think we need 12 more years. Djembe! Freeing thyself. Allowing thyself, oneself, myself, yourself, ourselves to be, to express. And that's all parts. Enigma Del Amor. I need to watch this back afterwards and see which way is back to front and which way is the 3, the Om. Doing it for the sake of doing it. Being alive. Experiencing. With my crown. I had a niggling feeling that something wasn't feeling right with my old channels and business. So I just entertained the idea, okay, what if something is not right for me about the way I have things set up? Fast forward one existential identity crisis later. We have my new name, the name of my new channel and business, and all of them as one entity, Enigma Del Amor. 3. The mysterious additional part that I keep putting afterwards. I needed to find a way to express myself completely, fully, freely, whatever wants to come through in the moment, to open up the box that I had created for myself, to essentially lose the niche. And as I was doing that work to feel out what's right for my business, ambulance, it became much more than that. I realized that it has to do with the way I want to relate to myself and also who I am. And all of these things that had been quite displaced have all come together. Okay, I got this. I'm gonna do my best to describe it. So it's like inner work and outer work have become one. My authentic flow and my business are one also. Like I wanted to find a way to make no difference between anything. So inner work is outer work and outer work is inner work. Playing is working and working is playing. Like basically making it as close to just being me as I possibly can. And then came the perplexing moment. Wait, who am I? And if I don't know who I am, what's my name? And that's how I came up with Enigma Del Amor. Enigma is something that cannot be fully understood, and also potentially the one trying to understand. Del Amor is like the mystery of love, and also that love is the way of relating to the mystery or the amour. The enigma is the appropriate response. And then this mysterious point is to include the unnameable, unspeakable part of our nature. And the way that I've named myself, this channel, is to try to encompass all of who I am in an utterance of words, and in a way that also allows for the discovery of who I am. So Enigma Del Amor, with this point and also the or the 3, the symbol at the end, which also represents a triangle, because it's like in this triangle. Imagine that I might put a triangle onto the screen if I can figure out how to do that. Yeah, actually, insert the image that I made of the triangle here. Okay, there we go. So these are the different aspects of myself. The part that there's definitely an existence of something that I can never fully understand. Whether it's the one trying to understand it that creates that sensation, or whether there actually is something that cannot be understood, is the enigma. Whether it's the little self or big self perspective of that, the enigma. Then there is love here. And then there is the at the top. At first I called that it. Like, yeah, I can't speak it. So there are these 3 points on the triangle. This is why the symbol includes a 3. It was called it and it was also called 3. Now it's The different aspects of me are like this. And the arrows with the words that are along the sides of the triangle represent what happens when the aspects on either sides of the arrow relate with each other. And then me, I am the center of it. It represents me, what makes up me. And so also that's what I want the name to be, like what makes up me, how to describe all of me. And how felt true to me to do this was to find a win-win way of expressing it. So a way that encompassed all of it and also felt good to all of me. And so by listening to all of me and responding to what different parts of me were saying about how they didn't like this, they wanted to change this and stuff like that, that's how I've ended up with the name as you see it at the top, Enigma Del Amor. Because that feels like a way of describing me that makes it clear and also expresses the unknown aspect and also describes the way that I love, and is the closest that I've been able to come to describing who I am, and therefore what I want my channel to be. Like, they're one in the same. And so this is a space for me to be who I am, as that is, when it is, however it is, whenever that is, as I am right now. In essence, like without limitation, at the same time as allowing the limitations if they arise in the moment, but not making them a rule or a box that needs to apply to the rest of time, unless that's what needs to happen and it's also allowed to collapse. It's like, I don't want to create a prison, essentially. So that's why I call it my multidimensional etch-a-sketch, because I can shake it if I'm not happy with how it is in a moment and rediscover it, reimagine it. I imagine that there'll be a mixture of many different things that I like to do, such as playing the djembe. Of course, it's flat against the floor right now, so you can't hear its boom. But oh my god, this drum is beautiful, magnificent, bassy and pingy. It's amazing. By the way, I went to one drum circle recently and one in a very distant past moment. So basically, we can say I went to one drum circle, really connected with it and resonated with it, and so I bought a djembe and now I'm drumming. So yeah, we're doing that. So I do music in many ways often. I enjoy singing, I enjoy drumming, I enjoy piano, writing songs, improvising, sometimes production. My relationship is a bit complicated with that. Let's see how that goes. And that could change. I also enjoy inner work, meditation, working with my body, expression. I enjoy channeling. I enjoy teaching. I enjoy healthy relationship practice, relationship mastery. I embody and practice win-win philosophy, which I am pretty sure, but I can never be certain, that I'll go into that. I've already made a piece of text that I intend to share on my YouTube posts. I have the idea to make my YouTube posts into an active feed, so any insights, recipes, I love chia pudding, I'll share that. So I've got these ideas of things that I'm going to share there, images, so check my YouTube posts to receive a feed of other kinds of media, basically, that seems like a place to put images and text. So let's see if we do that. And here, different kinds of videos and music. Whatever wants and needs to happen as I am doing my best to describe. All the things that I am more consistent with in my life are more than welcome to make an appearance here. I just don't want to put pressure on that now that's what I have to do. It's like, if those things want to make it into the authentic flow of the moment, yes. There's no demand to keep being a certain way. So it's a way to allow all parts of me to express if they want to, when they want to, how they want to. Also, something new may happen that I cannot yet describe or see. My intention is to leave room for that and to choose what is most needed, desired, what is the win-win of the moment, what is supporting immersion, catharsis, healing, connection, expression, joy, processing is all welcome. All parts of me and all parts of you. Because there's no difference really. Oh, maybe I've not been so close to the mic and I've been speaking a bit quiet. You know, I can have this tendency to really think that everything is gonna be perfect, and then something happens and I'm like, oh, I knew better. And it's like, okay, we can see that, we can improve it next time. Let's be aware of if we shame ourselves about it, okay. And also that there are always going to be things that can be improved. That is part of the nature of this time, space, reality experience. In this moment, it seems they can be used as inspiration, not as tools for self-punishment. And even if we think we know better, sometimes we do that thing again. And that does not mean that we deserve to be emotionally pounded. So it seems important to me to practice taking care of the way that we relate with ourselves and each other. Okay, I feel like hitting the singing bowl. Thank you. Okay, does anything else want to happen before the closing of this video? Moving closer to the microphone wants to happen. The removal of the itchy head piece, as beautiful as it is, wants to happen. Okay, I want to see if I can give editing me, the version of me who edits my video, a good time. And she tends to enjoy the most when I just allow myself to flow and I'm not necessarily sure what I'm saying. She likes that when we learn new things, when we surprise ourselves. In essence, when we're in alignment with the sense that I get of who I am, which is always discovering something that is not quite fully knowable and treating it with love and recognizing that not everything can be spoken with words. And that there is a part of me for which nothing is ever correct or good enough. I'm interested in understanding that part of me more deeply in this moment. Protector aspect. I'm saying to feel safe, to feel in control, because it feels powerless, and this is a way of like trying to empower itself. Okay. I am here with you. I invite us to be unconditionally present with the aspect of us that feels powerless and out of control and choiceless. I invite us to move into a space of meditation while being present with this aspect and whatever is moving in you, in me, in us, in the field, the energetic field, the physical body, the mind, the energy, the soul, all of it. Taking some nourishing deep breaths. Witnessing any sounds in the physical world. The inevitable car sounds for me. The occasional ambulance. And breathing as naturally as feels natural. Encompassing all of who we are. Allowing it to be okay to feel powerless and recognize our power simultaneously. Recognizing the choice and power in making a decision to feel powerless and choiceless. It doesn't mean that we inherently are powerless and choiceless. It means there is an aspect having that experience. The appropriate response is to love and take care. By appropriate, I mean non-abusive. I mean healthy, considerate, loving, productive also. Working with, rather than against, working with in harmony. Allowing. Allowing all of who we are and recognizing that it's okay to speak up if something's not okay with you. It's okay that that's a practice, expressing boundaries. It's okay to start small when connecting with power and choice. In what flavor milk am I going to choose? Do I want this fruit or this chocolate? Because there is power in choice. In choosing what we prefer. What way of relating do I prefer? What instruments do I prefer? What way of organizing my business channel, inner work, and how they relate do I prefer? What imagery do I prefer? How amazing is my logo and my banner. Thank you, ChatGPT. It's okay to allow ourselves to pivot. If we were going in a certain direction and we realize another direction is actually what feels best for us, it's actually important to allow the pivot. Many of us have been told to decide on something and to continue that no matter how it is going. I feel it's important to keep checking in about whether this is still working and whether something else might work better, to continuously be open to new information, to be receptive, to be fucking responsive. A healthy human being is one that is moved by another's pain. Not only this is an important aspect of health. Caring about each other, all aspects of each other. In my experience, the zero-sum game, which is I'm out for my best interests, no matter how that affects you, or this is my agenda, no matter how that affects you. I win, you lose, or I win and I don't care if you lose. I do it this way, I don't really care about you, in essence. that has hurt me in my life, perhaps more deeply than anything else. And so this is why I value so much the practice of win-wins. I need this. What do you need? I need this. Okay, so I need this and you need this. Cool, I want us to both get what we need in one way or another, so how can we work together to find harmony in this and discover a possibility that makes us both go, yeah, that's it. I don't have to sacrifice anything to say yes to that, and neither do you. It's an authentic yes, and we become, in a sense, we become one when we relate like this. I wrote down quite a few definitions of what a win-win is, and they're on my phone, and my phone is what's recording. So, you know what? I'm going to stop the video, send it to myself on my laptop, and then meet you back here. Do you remember when I said the video was maybe going to finish? It's not. Okay. So, what is win-win? It is a relational antidote for the narcissistic zero-sum game. It is the mutually beneficial possibility. It is the inclusion and expression of everything in its exalted form simultaneously. The recognition of everything as a part of the whole and acting in the best interest of all. The unifying factor. The access or re-entry point to mystery, to flow. In a sense, to thriving. Deep receptivity, understanding, consideration, care, and responsiveness. Inviting and supporting the best potential that could be to manifest here and now. A win-win is the choice or decision to take mutual responsibility and co-create / collaborate harmoniously. It is having everyone's vote and energy on the same page, whether that be all parts of an individual and or a group. And all parts of each person in that group. Win-win equals power. Win-win equals love and peace. Conflict resolution. I plus you equals we, which is the win-win. Even though win-wins are part of the healthy relationship practice, relationship mastery, it's its own special interest. Actually, I believe if everyone on the planet had this special interest, I want to word that differently. I believe that if everyone on the planet is especially interested in win-wins, we may experience the best life ever. Okay, thank you, Mac. Enigma Del Amor. My nose is the dot this time. Oh, also, we can make the bird into the dot, and then there is an symbol here, so it can just be like Enigma Del Amor. It's on my hand. Yeah. I love the mystical and the human. Is there anything else that wants to come out during this session? Ah, yeah, we're giving editing Lois a great time. Okay. Let's give the offering of the experience that I want to create for editing Lois, also for anyone who wants to experience it. Okay, so let's speak and see. Let's speak and see what wants to come out through talking and being completely in not knowing what I'm going to say next, what's important, what's cooking, what's fresh, what's moving, what's authentic, what's flowing, what is going and growing and glowing and loving, and nurturing and breathing. Yeah, embody. Does your body need any readjustments, any dancing, any movement, any sound, any water, anything at all? Any breath? Flow state. This is Enigma Del Amor. We all know the rest. And we don't. I did not believe there was a word, which later turned out to be the word enigma. I did not believe there was a word for this. I was specifically trying to come up with it in its descriptive form, so enigmatic. And oh my God, it was so frustrating. And then all of a sudden, like, the word enigma and enigmatic came to me as I remembered seeing it on an old friend's Facebook bio many years ago. As if that's where the word was stored. The word that I needed and didn't have. The rest of the words were more in my awareness. It's enigma that was like elusive. Well, by nature. In and of itself, the multidimensional etch-a-sketch I invite and welcome tips, donations, and financial blessings gratefully via PayPal. Thank you for being here Thank you to me for allowing me, for changing direction, finding the win-win, following its pulse, for buying a djembe, for finding my way into more frequent connection with people in person. For taking care of the hurt aspects of me. For sharing myself in the best way that I can with other people, at the same time as allowing me to be myself with as much naturalness as possible. Why did I choose a passion in articulating the unarticulatable? I chose that as a big aspect of my passion. It's super frustrating and also endlessly entertaining and enriching and healing and surprising and fun and annoying. I don't need to explain myself to justify my existence. I get to explain myself for my own benefit, choice, playing, understanding me, experiencing, expressing, enjoying, healing. I get to express me. I choose to express me. I need to understand me, for the part of me that needs that. And I recognize that it's not possible to understand all truth in one lifetime, as far as I'm aware. I know what I know, and I don't know what I don't know. I know that I don't know some things. I don't know what I don't know, though. Yeah. Oh my God, I've tripped myself up here. I know what I know. There are some things I know that I don't know, and I also don't know what I don't know. That'll do. This tendency, or this pattern that I have to go away from the microphone. I think actually it is to do with comfort. Maybe we can already have me comfy and have the microphone this way. And then if I do something else, we'll find out if it has to do with comfort or hiding. Okay, so there's nowhere to go now. Shure MV7 Plus. Microphone with awesome potential and also very particular needs. A bit like myself. That microphone reminds me of me. It's has very particular needs. When they're met though, unstoppable. I love to entertain myself. Actually, I find myself to be the most entertaining person. For me. I find myself the most interesting also. At the same time as I am exercising my capacity to understand other people. I'm not faking interest where that's inauthentic though. I'm practicing understanding. I mean, I have no obligation to be entertained by other people. If I am entertained, okay, it happens. I feel it's important. I am exercising understanding and listening. Yeah. Being aware of that shadow of I'm amazing, because the opposite side is like I'm good and you're bad. So I can see it. And also, I'm good and you're bad. Compensation for, oh shit, deep down, I feel bad. And that I am taking care of the shadows inside of me is how I came to the understanding. To understand other people is a lot of the medicine needed to open that door between our two narcissistic bubbles. I need to receive you to know how to treat you. You're a part of me, so it's in my best interest to treat you in the way that you need to be treated. If you want to be good, we need to own what's bad also. And enter into a relationship with shame. Bad, wrong, Everything that should be kept away, shame. Everything that should be different, shame, wrong. I am wrong, shame. Something's wrong with me, shame. I did something wrong, shame. They are wrong, shame. It's wrong, shame. And that also connects to what we said earlier about, well, I said it, about powerlessness, the sensation. How does it connect? I'm interested why I said that. Because what came to me was like, I should have done that differently. And there is no power in that. That's powerlessness. I am wrong, or that is wrong. It should be different. There is no power in trying to change what is, or rejecting what is powerless. Powerlessness. There's power in, okay, this is how it went. This is what I may change going forward next time. with my new awareness, I'm more likely to act in XYZ way. That's power. Without rejecting what is wrong. As in, that's the way that the energy feels. That's a way of describing it though. Feeling is something different to describing. Many people get confused between thinking about feeling and actually feeling. There's nothing wrong with thinking about feeling. It isn't feeling though, it's another thing. Pizza, ice cream. Inviting us to feel in this moment. Observing that there is thinking and feeling. Feeling how we feel, our emotions, our feelings, our sensations, in the same way that we would physically touch something. Feeling is energetic touch in essence. It's almost a blend between seeing and feeling. Yeah, we do not have to understand everything or get everything right or finished. We do not have to make sense either. And even though that is a fear that I can sense, I also have a lot of experience making videos, and they usually make a surprising amount of sense afterwards. Editing me tends to have that experience, like, oh, I see, So let's see. What is the experience of editing going to be like? Feel free to drop some text on the screen or something, editing Lois, to let us know what you're experiencing. Let's get Inception going. It's an invitation, of course. Treat you in the same way that I treat everyone. Invitation. Okay. It's sage o'clock. This candle is on its last wax. You can do it, guys, and if you can't, it's okay. I feel like expressing the importance of the validation of everyone's experience. And all parts of that experience. And especially emotions, the validity of the way that we feel. Oh. Okay. I don't think we need to blow that anymore. Enigma del Amor. I enjoy bringing the spiritual state down to earth, into the body, into the experience, and into interaction also, into connection. I feel this to be the missing link sometimes, and a misunderstanding, honestly, that like it's only spiritual or connected or conscious to like be in silence and go within. That's part of it. That's the Buddha under the Bodhi tree, in essence. There is also another part where it's then to bring that back into the world, into relationship, into everything we do, into the everyday experience, into the body, and into the language. Win-win is the Wu way. Take care. Namaste. I usually bow more than that. This might have fallen off. Let's try it. You know what? Let's give it a chance too. I do not know everything.